Remember when Gwyneth Paltrow made headlines? She came out with the "This Smells Like My Vagina" candle a few years ago.
Yes.
Sold out immediately, still sells out immediately.
That's right.
Remember, but we seem to think now that they probably made 10 of those things.
So I'm thinking. They're like $75, and they stay sold out on the Goop website. Her website sells a lot of quirky items. Yesterday, she teamed up with Kourtney Kardashian, and so Kourtney Kardashian now has the same thing. It's called "This Smells Like My Poochie," and so she's going to be doing that with.
That's a new one. I'm gonna let that sink in.
It's called "This Smells Like My Poochie," Pooshy. That's what Kourtney Kardashian calls hers. My Poochie, and she has teamed up with Gwyneth Paltrow, and Paltrow says, "I'm going to be doing this with my celebrity friends to raise money for charity." They're
just a whole line of puss candles.
Yes.
What, they sniff each other and then make them melt wax?
So wait, they're going to give this money to charity?
Part of it goes to charity, and she's getting.
I'd like to thank Miss Kardashian for sending me to college because she sold a lot of her Poochie candles.
Now, This Smells Like My Poochie from Kourtney Kardashian has black gardenia, geranium, green pepper, raspberry.
Like a state fair.
It's like a fajita.
It's a smoothie.
Teamerberry, raspberry, and oak moss.
And pita bread.
And all of that. That's what her Poochie smells like, she says. So that's what you get on the candle.
Do they bring the candle makers in blindfolded?
Yeah, who does the research?
All right. You get 10 seconds to sniff.
Line them up. Let's go. Let's go.
I got a little green pepper in there.
Some earth notes.
Some orchid.
Is that tamarind? No.
That's turmeric.
Turmeric.
It's a Middle Eastern spice.
Is that clove? Now get out.
Then they have to go make it.
Yeah.
Made the candle.
And you got to go make it.
So you can buy a votive for $20 or a 10-ounce candle for $75. They began selling them yesterday on Goop.com. I'm sure they're sold out now.
I'm sure you can.
Guaranteed they're sold out right now. So if you want one, you can have one. If Gwyneth Paltrow appeared on the new episode of Hulu's The Kardashians yesterday and promoted it. So
You know what we call that?
synergy. That's synergy. That is absolutely true. And Gwyneth says, any other celebrity friends of mine, come on forward.
Bring your poosh.
Let's go.
We will blindfold the candle maker.
We got our poosh. You bring your
That's
poosh.
what they should do. Is just like release 6 of them. Say, who are they?
Now that's an idea.
Somebody's going to do that. Somebody's going to buy them and do that.
What a great idea.
It's a 6-pack.
I love that.
Hollywood's hottest starlets.
Get away by this.
Oh my! You can charge about $400 for a 6-pack of
Yeah.
these celebrities.
Easily.
Absolutely. Here's the story for Biggie.
Is that Rihanna?
Oh, I know. I'll tell you what. Well, I can't say whose I would want, but
Oh, we know. J.A.
Jennifer Aniston. That's the first one I thought.
She would never stoop to such a...
But Gwyneth and
You
Jennifer.
don't think she'd stoop to a poosh?
I don't know. They're friends, right?
Well, they both had Brad Pitt, right? They both had dated, and Jennifer Aniston married Brad Pitt, right? So do they still share a
So
friendship?
is there a hint of Pitt in each?
Well, I don't know.
It's Aniston with just a hint of Pitt.
I don't know about that. Now, the story that I thought Biggie would be interested in is a bodyguard says Phil Collins' ex-wife once paid $30,000. This is similar to that. It's just weird things to do. To a black magic expert hoping to gain control over Phil Collins. She got some substance and some potions and started spiking Phil Collins' wine with it, with $30,000 worth of stuff to try and gain control over him mentally. They're fighting for this $40 million house in Miami.
Is this the one, Biggie, where Mrs. Collins basically squatted?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the house and
with
wouldn't
the
leave?
new with the new husband.
They're battling in court now for the sale of the $40 million house in Miami they once shared. The woman claims she was promised half of the money from the sale. Collins says, you don't have that in writing. There is no such promise. So they're battling it out. But in the process of the trial now, this guy named Frank Pollock who is her former head of security, said, well, one time she did order these substances and started to spike his drinks with it to try and, through black magic,
Like voodoo.
Yeah, like voodoo, gain control over him. He finally quit 2 years ago, saying, she's too crazy for me, man. She was,
Yeah.
she's doing all this crazy stuff. I have to leave this situation. But
What if it was the black magic that caused Phil's physical infirmities? Because he has trouble walking now, standing. Right?
when I read about this, they had a picture of Phil Collins from his recent concerts, and he looked
He can still
awful.
sing.
But he's sitting and he just looks
His
Physically,
body is
he's not-
decrepit.
He's been that way for a few years, though. When I saw him 4 years ago, he was the same way. He'd walk out, have a seat, and that was it.
Yeah.
And he stayed in one place, and everything happened around him.
Yes.
Is it a comfortable seat or like a metal folding chair?
No, actually, the chair did not look that. It's like a higher up chair. I think he has to stay kind of seated up.
It's like one of
breathe.
those,
Yeah.
Is it like one of those recliners that when he's done with the evening pushes him out of the chair?
Easy chair.
An easy lift. I mean,
That'd be
seems like-
nice.
it's like what he needs, the poor thing. Well, this is the first he had heard of this. He's like, he was stunned, apparently, that this guy, this security guard, was saying she had ordered this stuff and was spiking his wine with it. That would be awful if that did turn out to have had some effect.
Highly illegal.
Of course it's illegal, my
You
goodness.
can't tamper with someone's food.
No, there's an update now, too. Crazy stories here on the woman named Stephanie Motto. I'm covering this story like a hawk on a rabbit.
Yeah.
Stephanie Motto is a woman who was on 90 Day Fiancé. Biggie knew her from that.
Yes.
Big fan.
Sometime last
hot.
Okay, she's good looking.
Yeah.
Last year, she had an OnlyFans site, and she began selling her flatulence in a jar. She would literally pass gas into a jar and sell it for like $500 per mason jar. Made a bunch of money. A lot of people ordered them through her OnlyFans site and on her social media. So this is what she was doing. But eventually, she was eating so much trashy food to keep up her gas, it gave her big-time stomach problems, and she had to quit. So we reported the other day that she had now decided to, she just got a new swimming pool, and she has decided to sit by the pool and sweat and collect her sweat from her cleavage also into mason jars and send them out. So now she's selling Boob Sweat.
What's your mason jar budget?
Well, that's
They're not real expensive.
the
but-
overhead there, isn't it? The mason jar budget.
Does she
shipping.
show herself draining it into the jar?
She may on her OnlyFans site. That's a possibility.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got
I
to
don't
pay
know.
for everything with her. She ain't giving me anything for free.
The bottles of sweat, so far, she said she was averaging $5,000 a day and selling about 10 to 12 jars of sweat every day.
That's better than a Poochie candle.
That's more expensive than a Poochie candle. And here's how she described it.
And a lot of people were wondering, Stephanie, what are you going to do next? And I was thinking, I just put in this $200,000 in-ground pool. I'm going to be sweating my butt off by that pool all summer long. I'm a pretty sweaty gal. I got some nice cha-chas. I'm going to be producing a lot of boob sweat this summer sitting by the pool. So why not bottle that sweat up?
All right. So it's an out-of-the-box idea. It's working. But now, well, look at Kristen's face. Just disgusted with this. With
This world we live in.
He's not wrong.
I know.
I mean,
believe
come
me,
on.
Believe me.
I mean,
People are really, literally buying that.
Yes.
Now,
you deserve to get slapped.
you do.
Men are freaks.
If you even
Yeah.
considered buying her boob sweat
Right.
or a fart jar.
Okay. Which would you rather have? If I were giving you a Christmas present,
Boob sweat.
I take the boob sweat.
I would too. She now has had to put the business on hold because, this is the update, because while she was sitting by her pool sweating into jars the other day, a bear appeared in her backyard, and she described it.
I was outside yesterday. A black bear came onto my property. And so I was pretty much stuck inside all day yesterday, and he wouldn't get out of my yard. So I couldn't go outside and I couldn't work. So it basically shut down my entire business. So I am suspending operations right now until I get this bear problem under control.
Bull. Did she post pictures of the bear?
She did. I saw a picture of the bear.
What are the odds that in
something.
10 years, Kelly, your daughter sounds like this?
Oh, God, I hope not.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Oh, man.
God, you're going to the post office to mail off boob sweat,
Yeah.
but you're rich.
Yeah, you get a cut.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're driving there in a Bentley.
That's a push.
Yeah.
Or Tesla.
In a
And here
Tesla.
comes this guy. He drives a Bentley, but he mails.
His
You
daughter.
know, angry males, boob sweat.
In jars.
What? Oh my God, the irony. You've been getting fart letters now.
Right.
And in 10 years, you're sending out fart jars.
But
Oh, the irony.
Oh,
But profiting.
Very profitable business.
Yeah.
This poor thing. I've been shut down. My business has been shut down.
I couldn't work. That's what she calls it. Work.
That's right.
Yeah.
So she says now she may install a sauna so she can do it inside. But
That'll help you sweat.
then you get, you will definitely be able to sweat. But then she's got like a mixture of that sauna, like, moisture with her sweat. I think it's okay.
That's a sauna's dry.
Oh, okay.
It's the
that's
steam,
different.
right?
Steam.
Yeah, you
And
want
the
to
steam
sweat.
room is the wet one.
She says she's looking at installing a sauna so she can continue to work with the bear problem she now has.
Bless her.
I hope she's putting some aside for retirement.
Yes.
Well, here's her mentality on what she charges.
Anywhere between $300 and $500. And I'm trying to really be fair because every single bottle, it varies in the amount. So the ones that have more sweat in them, I'm charging a little bit more.
What?
Because this isn't easy. Actually, I'm finding that these bottles are harder to produce than the farts.
Okay.
Who knew?
It's harder to sweat.
Yeah. When she was eating poorly, she had no problem, apparently, because
Yeah.
it's quick gas, but you got to really get in there for that boob sweat, apparently.
If you go for a quick run for 15, 20 minutes in the heat of the summer, you can make jar after jar.
That's what I was
Like
thinking.
making jelly.
You know, you could soak through a T-shirt and just sort of
Wring it out.
Yeah.
wring it out, and all of a sudden you've got 10, 12 jars, at least, I don't know how much she's putting in
How
there.
many could you put out, Kelly, after a workout?
Let me tell you, on days, I could wring, I bet I could fill a mason jar full of sweat.
Right.
I could wring
How much you want to charge for these?
I could wring
I can't masturbate to this.
What should I start charging for that, Big? If I wring out my T-shirt, I sweat so much. They give me so many extra wipes when I'm in that gym now. I mean, it's just constant.
Can't even imagine outdoor pickle in the summer.
I
remember our basketball days.
Oh.
Misery.
awful, and I am so sweaty. It's like I've been in a pool. I need to start bringing extra clothes. I have to go in the woods.
Yeah.
To change, like a bear, to change into different clothing.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, out there. It's awful. This is an animal story as well. There's a woman who's been given hero status. She was in a bar in Brooklyn over the weekend. A bunch of New Yorkers were at a place called Timken's Bar, and a possum wandered in through the front door. And apparently the bar was pretty crowded, and people really started to freak out because they saw a possum in there. But one woman said, I'm not scared of this. She was from, I guess she was from a rural area, and she just
She's
went.
from Alaska.
There you are.
But she's
from
in
Alaska.
New York.
And so she went over and just gently picked up the possum and took it outside.
She scruffed it.
She scruffed it by the scruff of the
Oh,
neck.
by the scruff.
Yeah, she did. She scruffed
Well, they
it.
do bite.
Here she is.
I was just outside hanging out with my friend outside the bar. The door was open, and then all of a sudden we see this critter run in. I think it was just like instinctual. I just like went up to him and I was just like, "Hey, I know you're afraid. I'm just gonna grab you, scruff you, and take you out because I feel like that'll be the least painful for you."
You heard the term. She scruffed him. And she got rid of him with no problem.
Where do you put an opossum in the streets of New York in Brooklyn?
She said she...
Well, there's a
I
couple.
don't know the trains. Do you put them on a train to Manhattan?
Yeah.
They run
To
a
the
hot
park?
dog cart.
Take it out to...
Do you send them out to Staten
I
Island?
would take him out somewhere. Yeah.
Queens?
Yeah, somewhere.
Be humane, though. Don't throw them in the Hudson.
No.
No.
Found it under a table, scruffed it. Someone got it on videos. You heard the people cheering, and others didn't even know what it was. They thought it was a big rat. They said, is that a rat? They didn't know what it was. Sarah said she didn't think twice. As you said, she grew up in Alaska, and there were moose in her backyard. And
You can't scruff
Not
a
the
moose.
same.
you never scruff a moose, but she's never scared of an animal like that.
Poor possum.
Now, my favorite possum interaction is from the gentleman who found one on his clothesline.
One of my favorites ever.
He's
The ugly possum.
yeah, just crawling across the top of his fence, and he went out there and got video of it.
Wish I had something to hit your ass with. I'll knock this at your ugly ass. Don't even make that face. Bitch, wipe your nose. Snot dripping and
It's true. Snot was dripping down the possum's nose.
you nasty bitch. I don't like you motherfuckers. I really don't. Y'all some nasty. Hey, bitch. Hey. Don't walk away from me.
He was trying to leave. He didn't want it to leave.
He's not finished.
No. It's lucky he wasn't in this bar in Brooklyn because this guy would have treated it.
Well, he'd have just ridiculed him out. Embarrassed him out to 42nd Street.
Look at it. Right in front of people, too.
I don't like you. Wipe your nose. Boy, I wish I had something to knock your ass out with. I'll knock your ass out. Nasty bitch. Look at your tail. That bitch look like an old wooden broom.
Yeah, now he's going in on the tail. Possum really can't. This is really body shaming. The possum cannot help what it looks like.
Why do your nose keep dripping, boss? You's a nasty bitch.
Fair enough. Okay. Two possums.
I'm leaving because you keep calling me bitch.
I'm crying on the inside. Okay.
Why are you saying these things?
Why
I'm a possum.
Yeah.
I'm a human. I'm a mammal. We cry.
I've heard that a few times myself, though. Wipe your nose, you nasty bitch.
Chris Demm says it too.
To
Wipe
me.
your nose, boss.
Look at you. Nasty bitch. I don't like
Yeah, wiping those bosses become part of my
Wipe
lexicon.
your nose, boss.